Hi, this is Athena StarSeed, and I am at the Mystic Journey, and I just finished like 4 readings. I mean, it's Sunday night, and I just feel like I've been super blessed. I've been dry fasting for the last 2 days, and now I started eating again, but I'm so high on light, and everything's just vibrating. However, I have been super challenged over this last 8-day period, and a lot of stuff went down and a lot of things opened up. And when you fast, the veil gets removed and you start seeing things that maybe you don't necessarily want to see. I might not have wanted to see some of the stuff that I saw. And I got some really interesting feedback loops from this clear insight. And boundaries came up a lot. So I actually pulled a card, and it's the boundary card. Look at that. The universe knows these cards are so effective. Why? Because when you're in tune with your subconscious mind is everywhere out here. It's showing you everything. And so I got challenged about my boundaries. So when people show you who they are, believe them, okay? Because here's my Pisces weakness is that I'm like, oh, 1 red flag, 2 red flags, 3 red flags. Were they orange? No, they were red. And I just kept letting the boundaries go down. And I would set a very strong boundary and it would get crossed. I set another boundary and then it would get crossed. And then finally, there was a big wake-up call where something really bad could have happened and it could have affected myself, my whole family. And I got the note and I didn't take it. And then it happened again. And I had to let go of a relationship. And, here's the thing. You have to really be on point and in alignment with who you are, because when you see people's behavior and they're not walking their walk and talking their talk, when they make promises, they don't keep them, when they go behind your back, or when they're doing things that you ask them not to do, specifically if it's in your home, that it's a boundary, a specific boundary, and then they make a promise and they break it, and they make a promise and they break it, it's not their fault. It's never their fault. It's always our responsibility. It's always our responsibility. It's nobody's fault. Okay, this is a faultless construct. This is an opportunity construct where we can look at people with clear sight and go, look, they're not capable of speaking the word, because if their word is broken, then lies come out and then you can't figure out where the truth is. So with that being said, we always have an opportunity to look at what is, state our clear intention, and when the feedback loop comes in and it's the same, where it's not truthful, it's not honest, people aren't doing what they say they're going to do and they keep breaking the boundary, and then you're at the effect of that, that's your issue. That's my issue. I let that boundary get broken 3 times and it almost cost me, I'm not going to say what it cost me, but it would have cost me a lot. And I finally just, boom, I don't know, today I woke up and I'm like, what am I putting up with this bad behavior for? Because it's a gift. I just want to thank the person who taught me this wonderful gift for the boundaries. Yes, yes, and yes. My strong boundaries are my authority doesn't come from this dimension. It comes from the light I cultivate from within. My prosperity, my prosperity and my abundance and my love doesn't come through people. It comes through God. It comes through the holy light. It comes through everywhere in the universe. And the people that are not standing in their own truth will not have the ability to be honest and integral. So integrity is really important, specifically to the light workers. Why? Because integrity means whole, holy, and complete. It's integral, so that you do what you say you're going to do. If you give someone your word and you break it, you break your own integrity. You break your integrity bond. If you say, I'm going to take care of something, and then you don't do it, you break your integrity bond. If you say something like you make a promise and then you don't do it, you're breaking your integrity bond. You're not living up to your own ethics. You're coming out of alignment. And then by putting up with people that are constantly out of alignment, that cross your boundaries and then don't take care of you, then you have to realize that that is your responsibility to keep your energy clean, your house clean, your friends clean. And you can tell a lot about people on how they put their shoes, like how they take their shoes off, how they put a cup down, if they put something away they took out, if they leave things clean and orderly. So within, so without, as above, so below. You can tell a lot about reading people, how they sit down, how they speak, how they walk, how they talk. So as a reader, I know better when I'm listening to words that are not in humility and making somebody grandiose and everybody else less than. That's a sign for me to say, hey, is this something I believe in? No, it is not. Well, then what do I have to do about that? I have to say, I can't really be in relationship. And so sometimes you have to end relationships with the beings that keep crossing the boundaries. And it's not like I'm the only one. This is a human issue. Many of us have had these wonderful boundary lessons because as children, we had parents that didn't have a lot of boundaries. And so we grew up not having boundaries. And now we're adults and we get to parent ourselves and do all our spiritual work and set really good, strong boundaries. And that's called self-love. That's self-love, that's self-awareness, that's self-empowerment. And when you do that, you gain more light back. And here was a situation. Somebody crossed my boundary, threw me under the bus, publicly. And I was like, no, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to meditate. I am not going to react. I'm going to respond. I'm going to go walk under the stars and talk to the universe. And as soon as I got back, I didn't engage. I went and I played with my daughter, and boom, a client came in. Hey, I'd like to do 2 readings. Boom, boom. Instant money came in. Why? Because I was loving myself. I wasn't fighting a battle. I wasn't trying to change anybody. I nurtured myself. I went for the walk. I went under the stars. I cleared my field. I went back to the house. I did the next right thing, which was be a loving mother. And then the phone, ding, 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 the text went off and I booked 2 readings from people in New York, right? Then another sign came in today when I had to actually make the declaration. This person has to be removed, snip, snip, from my life, right? I get to work, boom, 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 4 readings, book, book, book. Everybody is extending. You know what I'm saying? So I was booked all night. So I had a really great, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. When we do what's right, the universe flows towards us. When we do what's wrong, we suffer. We subjugate ourselves. That's what I want to say. We subjugate ourselves by putting ourselves less than another being. And we can see that when the being constantly overshadows and there's not a corresponding balance. And we have to remain in balance with ourselves, our heart and our mind. That's the first balance, our feminine and masculine energy, the creative juiciness, and then the structure and the discipline, right? The order. We have to have order. To have flow, we need order. Right? So that's an inside thing. And I've been putting my house in order. I've been putting my body in order. I've been putting my art in order. I'm putting my finances in order. I've been investing in the right things and in myself and in the way I can express myself. And then I've been also watching the new frequencies coming in. The people that come into my life that actually offer to help in seva. The people that want to come in and serve and love and encourage and inspire. And then the people that pull all the energy and drain the life force. And so I don't want to promote that, right? That's not what I'm about. I'm about motivating my own cells to light their biggest charge and then share my life stream, and then people will get a contact high off of that. I just have to be me, right? I don't have to change anybody. I just have to change my own light bulbs and make them shine as bright as possible with my food plan, my diet. You know, I've always been sharing my process. I wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I do the Kundalini yoga, right? I chant my mantras. I do Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru on YouTube for free. It's a miracle mantra, and it's been creating miracle after miracle, clearing things out, right? And then I walk sometimes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 miles a day on the beach. It feels amazing. So I'm clearing my field. I'm clearing my energy, right? That feels good. So with all this light coming in, and I'm chanting. So I chanted like an hour today, just singing the Devi prayer. I'm singing all the mantras. And I'm just filling my body with light. And it was so clear. The universe gave me one warning. I ignored it. It gave me a second warning that said, you got to get out of this now, or big things are going to happen and you're not going to be happy about them. And then the third time I was like, you know what? I'm a little sentimental. I need to get laser sharp. I sent the text. I cut the cord. I ended the path. And I realized all the chaos was coming from one source, right? My lack of boundaries. And when you have a lack of boundaries, you'll attract all the people that just want to be coming in and taking, and not giving. And so let's just talk about that. What is a good, healthy relationship? A healthy relationship, for me, that's nurturing, is one that considers himself equal to you, which means whatever I do unto you, I do for myself. An unhealthy relationship means they will sell you out if it's at their benefit for any different reason. People maybe buy them things, people maybe drive them places, people maybe do things for them, whatever the weird thing is that they do. They will compromise your position for their own gain. Their own gain. And that's an unhealthy relationship. So if that's a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, they'll be like, I'll compromise my commitment for you if there's a girl that's prettier or a guy that's wealthier, right? If it's a business relationship, I'll compromise our partnership by doing things behind your back so that I can get an advantage over here. I'll gain something someone gives to me, or I'll get this thing that someone's going to give me a ride or buy me something or take me somewhere or give me an advantage in my career. They'll sell you out. So those little tiny things that we engage in erode our light. They drain our life force. Not because they're evil, but because they're lessons. Our lessons are our blessings. Our lessons are our blessings. And my lesson in this was stronger boundaries, more self-love, more self-care, and the power and the light of God comes through me. The more I clear my blocks out, the more I clear my channels, the light comes through me. I don't have to rely on another person to do another thing the rest of my life. I have to just go in and up and align myself with the divine light, and all will be right. And that's all we ever have to do. So I hope this helped you. It definitely helped me. I'm just doing these clips for myself, honestly, because I can sit there when I get codependent or I get wishy-washy and like look at that and go, no. Clear sign from the universe, take action. Clear sign from the universe, that second red flag, take action. Third time, there is no third time. Boom, you're going to get hit with that karma because you're not listening to this. This is our heart. If it doesn't feel good in here, it's because it's not good. It's not good. So I want to send love to everybody that played their role perfectly for me to ascend and have stronger boundaries. I want to bless everybody for all of the different wonderful characters. I want to bless myself, receive my love, receive my tests, receive my lessons as my blessings, and let you know that everything, the universe is user-friendly. It's on your behalf. It stands for you, to you, through you, so that you can learn and love and be a brighter, shiny star. This is Athena StarSeed. I do intuitive readings. I am here on assignment for the Galactic Federation of Light, to shine light, to shine light, to shine light, to love all of you. See my heart in my hand? I'm sending you some heart light right through my hands. Love, 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 love. All right. Stay tuned.